way, it's economic development, it's beautification, it's definitely an energy efficiency, with the right tree planted in the right place. It definitely now, more and more, is an energy component.
For the 17th consecutive year, Ada has earned Tree City USA status, an honor it shares with about 40 other Oklahoma communities. The status is bestowed by the National Arbor Day Foundation and administered inside the state by the Oklahoma Department of Agriculture, Food, and Forestry.
We actually, in Oklahoma, have had this program about 30 years. Pauls Valley was the first tree city in Oklahoma. We actually did everything for a few years before we applied. We probably could have been a 25-year tree city right now. We just really weren't aware of the program, and the state really did not push it as much to different cities. And then they did a push to include communities, and at that time, Ada, Ardmore, a number of the communities about our size participated in it. So they gained a lot of communities.
To achieve Tree City USA status in Oklahoma, a city has to meet 4 criteria. It has to have a tree board or a park department. It has to have a tree ordinance. It has to issue a proclamation recognizing Arbor Week, and it must spend $2 per capita of its population for tree-related activities such as planting, maintenance, recycling, and composting.
We've planted Lake Spark elm. We do one that's not quite as well known, cedar elm, which is a very tough, popular elm right now. Chinese pistache, bald cypress. We've planted, since there are problems with some of the ornamental pines, we've now planted slash pine and loblolly pine. We look at Atlas cedar and deodar cedar, some of the true cedars, some of the true cypress, Arizona cypress, some things to give a mix of deciduous and evergreen trees in there. And of course we try to mix in oaks, different varieties of oaks, things. And it all really depends on where you're planting. If you're planting in a park, you plant something different than you plant in a small pocket park downtown or a street right away. You look at, if it's a small area, redbud. In the parks, you can plant, the large oaks, things that really grow for 50, 75, 100 years. So really, it's really important to look at where you're planting.
The wide variety of trees improves the city's aesthetic appeal and also provides a diverse habitat for numerous bird and animal species. Trees also help keep temperatures down during the summer months.
Probably for me, the most important is that we have a tree planting program, that the city of Ada is committed to beautification and long-term tree planting. The city's chosen to budget for the last 30 years, budget actual money for tree planting and tree maintenance. So it's a commitment. It's not just kind of popular one year and not popular the next year. The city has shown a commitment for years to do a consistent tree planting program, so we don't basically plant a whole bunch one year and nothing the next year. We have a consistent planting program where we plant different types of trees each year, and rotate those. And a big part of that is mixing the species of trees. So, if there's an insect or disease that comes along, like what's happening with pines right now, you don't lose all of your tree canopy. So basically it's the long range commitment that's important.